Well, y'all, same place, different week. Left you on a cliffhanger there. So let's see if we can get this 91 Chevy with 399,000 miles running better like it should and get some brakes done to her and take her for a ride. Stick around. Maybe we'll do a battery reset. Sometimes these GMs like that. You know? Why would that one be bad? Sounds like we got a cam. Well, you guys, I'm a freaking idiot. Look what I found. That's the vacuum hose for the map sensor. I must have hit it when I was freaking doing the EGR. So let's hook that up. What a jerk. What a jerk. Oh, wow. That's much better. Let's see how she runs now. Might have to do a little reset on her. Oh, wow! You idiot! You idiot! She runs good now. Oh my God. What a jerk. Well, y'all, that was pretty dumb, don't you think? But, oh, we got some lights on there. Huh. I don't think any of that stuff works. We got our lights on our radio. I love the way this dash looks, to be honest with you. Let's drive this girl and see how she does. Yeah, dude. Better. No check engine light anymore. She's running good. Man, that was stupid. I can't believe that. I literally can't believe that. These brakes. Jesus. I don't know how many more times I could say it, but these brakes suck. That was already second gear. There she goes. She dropped down that time. Man. Freaking pulled the hose out of the map sensor. What a jerk. So that means that other EGR that I took off my uncle's truck is good. Dang it, man. God dang it. Let's hit her. Oh yeah, dude. She's rolling nice. Brakes are not ideal. Man, that was already like 35. She's rolling, y'all. Man, you probably really can't see me, but God, I feel like an idiot. I should have known that, like vacuum leak, when it starts idling like that right at the beginning. So, whatever. At least we got her licked, y'all. Man, y'all, do I feel freaking dumb. Let's save this for the morning. Shoo, doggy. Well, y'all, new day. We're going to hop back on this OBS here because we got to get these brakes figured out so we can maybe actually drive this thing, you know, a decent amount. Maybe get it running through its paces, see how it does and stuff. But we obviously figured out we had a stuck EGR valve, so we got that replaced. Like an idiot, I knocked off the vacuum line to the map sensor, so it ran like junk, and I thought, I don't know what I thought, but I know something was wrong. Ended up finding that, fixing it, and we took it for a cruise, and it ran pretty good. Decent. So, now we have this front caliper that's sticking. I think you've seen previously that I pulled that line and maybe some pressure would release, and usually if that pressure would release and the wheel starts spinning, it means you got a problem in the master. It didn't do that. So, I got all new calipers, new rotors, wheel bearings and pads. So we're just gonna go with all that. I got new hoses too, so because I just want it all new, that I don't have to worry about it. So we'll probably dive into this side really quick and see what the heck's going on, get it all together, and then I'll just pop over there and do the other side. So hang out. All right, let's get this wheel pulled off and see what the heck's going on in here. Eep. So, our caliper, it doesn't look bad. Our pads don't look bad, really. Something's just sticking. Yeah, our rotors and stuff actually looking really good shape. But the problem here is that this might have got really hot. Look at all those greases coming out of the center cap. And look how, like, I don't know, to me, looks like stuff got hot here. So I'm gonna pull these off, try to see if we can see anything going on in there. Oh, see, yeah, now it's turning fine. I did jack this up and turn that wheel, and I could not turn this at all. So something's going on with maybe our hose. Look at this thing. Eek. Who knows when that was ever replaced? Maybe never. That could be our problem, but still at the same point, this caliper looks like it's, I mean, it is old, that's for sure, but it doesn't look in terrible shape. And looks like our ball joint boot is ripped. This is the first time having this wheel off this car, so, or off this truck. Everything's dry rotted, you know. It's got a newer shock in it, it looks like, but everything seems to be dry rotted. We got ball joints that are dry rotted, or tie rod ends are dry rotted, but it all seems somewhat okay. Looks like it's been leaking up here. So, like I said, I'm gonna pull this caliper off, see what the heck we got going on. Spins fine now. I bet you there's something going on with this hose, and the pressure's getting stuck at the caliper, and then over time it releases it. But realistically, I'd like to get brand new stuff on here anyway. Just gonna pull our hose off, or our line off, because maybe try to let some of this fluid leak out of here over time. I don't know if it will, just to maybe get some fresh fluid through these lines, but that fluid doesn't look too terrible. We're gonna pull our cap off here, see what the heck we got going on inside there. Whew. Surely smells burnt, I'll tell you guys that. It doesn't look too thick. I don't know, this cap surely don't smell good. Ooh. Definitely smells like some burnt fluid. Well, not fluid, but grease. So there's a cotter pin in here, hopefully. And the cotter, it looks like whatever cotter pin is in here is literally a piece of a cotter pin, not a whole cotter pin. So that's nice. Look at that. Is this a nail? Nope, that's a half of a cotter pin. Well, that's great. Yuck. Yeah, I bet you when you press on that brake pedal, I bet you that there's pressure getting stuck in the caliper, and then it's stopping and getting stuck. It's got to be either the line or the caliper, one of the two. That's why we're just going to replace both, and we don't have to worry about it. So this is kind of like a floating caliper, kind of, I guess that's what they call it, but it's in this type of, there's a bracket on the spindle, like a part of the spindles. Let's see if we can get this guy out of there. Yeah, that line looks surely pretty old. Caliper's probably gonna fall on the ground. saying, yeah, I don't really see too much fluid coming out of this line. Usually fluid definitely comes out of these, so I think we got a bad hose. But like I said, we're here. We might as well replace them while we're here. This fluid is nasty looking. Realistically, guys, when you get stuff like this, you might as well just do all of it, unless like you're really on a budget. I plan to kind of keep this truck for a while. Ooh, there goes our bearing. So I like to kind of just do all this stuff because it's just one less thing we have to worry about down the line. Canada. This is Timken. Better than the Timkins they probably make now, huh? I would say so. The back one's got a Canada Timken in it too. So we'll get something to clean this all up in here, and yeah, you can see all the brake dust on this back portion here. It was dragging. So let's go grab our stuff. We get a new rotor and everything. We'll pack our bearings and clean this guy off and slap her together. Kind of looks like we might have had a wheel seal leaking on the back of the rotor. This thing's caked up back here. But we'll get some new grease in it, on it, in it, whatever. These rotors have brand new races in them, so we don't need other ones. We're gonna take some grease out of this magical tube, put it on our hands, grease up this bearing. We've showed how to do this before, and there's a bunch of things out there to see how to do this. Just run it along your hand until it starts oozing up to the top. Put some in our race. Put some inside here. Like so. Stick that sucker in there. Then you take some excess and you shove it on your spindle up here. Now we're gonna take this and wipe the rim of this here. Take our wheel seal. Looks like it, hopefully. Take this piece of wood. Hammer this guy up on in there. Get the wood up out of there. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna spray this back part of the rotor. Get all the manufacturing oils off of her. These are Raybestos, I think. They're like 62 bucks or something like that a piece. You go on friggin' AutoZone or something, man. Whoo! Like 110, 119 a piece, man. It's pretty wild, actually. Lob it up. The excess will make its way out. Stick this guy up on in there. There we go. We'll pack our other bearing and shove it in there. Oh boy. Oh yeah. I always like to just kind of layer that as grease too, your little washer piece. I don't know what kind of washer they call that, but it's some type of washer. Get our cap cleaned out. We should have did a new cap. Oh, well, we don't need the cap yet. Boy, this thing's got a bunch of junk in it. Oh my god. Whew, what is this, Taco Bell? We'll clean that out good. Gotta clean our nut off. I gotta get a cotter pin for the inside. This grease surely needed a changing, y'all. Jesus. Do yourself a favor. Go on up to Harbor Freight and get this whole pack of cotter pins. Inexpensive and nice to have. I like to kind of tighten these guys down. Pack everything in. See how it pushes everything in? You don't want these tight. I like to snug them down, bring them back. See how this thing spins freely? It's actually pretty good. right on the cotter pin there. You don't want much on it. This guy up flat here. Bring this guy up and around. Always take a little bit of grease, shove it in your cap. Should have got a new center cap, huh? Or a new wheel cover. What do they call this thing? So let's clean some of this junk up and go get our caliper and our pads. We need a hose on there too, eh? So y'all, I went with these Duralast ones. To me, for 33 bucks, they're right down the road. If you mess the caliper up, you got problems. But at least if it's messed up, we can take it and just go get a new one right then. I like to clean up these two sections where the rotor makes, or the caliper makes contact. Just get the junk off of them. Probably, with this truck being the way it is, they don't really need to be cleaned. But just because how clean it is, this is a rust belt car, those would definitely probably need to be cleaned. Clean our front of our rotor. Like so. I think these. All right, y'all, so we got everything on there. We got our pads in, line on. I got the line tight. We got our bleeder open. Maybe some fluid will move down in there. We don't know. But looking pretty good. So I'm going to go to the other side and just knock that thing out real quick. Same thing, just repeated. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, a little dark now, but we're out here. We got some brake fluid in here. So I'm going to go inside, and I got this bleeder closed. I got that bleeder on that side open. We're going to pump this pedal here and see if we can get some fluid out on that side. Just nice and slow. Probably will need Amber here to pump these up for me. Let's go over there and take a peek. Let's go see if that thing's got any fluid coming out of it. Yeah, we surely got some fluid. So we'll close this bleeder up. We'll do the same thing to the other side so that when Amber's doing this for me, pumping the pedal, it doesn't take 12 years. So y'all, she's running, driving. Amber bled the brakes for me, well, stepped on the pedal for me. I got a dryer to deliver, so let's go take her and see how she does. All right, we're pulling right up here. Our turn signal release thingy doesn't work. Forget that. Looks like we got a corner house. Where do you want it? All right, I'll pull out here. How we feeling? Y'all, she gave me her roll dryer. Can't be mad about free, right? So okay. We'll see if we can make her to Grandma's house, huh? Let's get it. All right, y'all, so obviously she made it, as you can see in the time lapse. Now, I drove her probably about 20 miles or so, which is pretty good. I did have a little bit of shakiness in the front when I was braking, like over 35 miles an hour. And I thought we had maybe just like a brand new roped rotor, and that turns out not to be the case. Everything seems to be okay. As far as that aspect, but I did come over here and like to the passenger side and kind of shake down this wheel when it was off the ground, and I don't know if you can see that in there, but our upper control arm bushing is kind of shot, and that was moving pretty good. So this thing just definitely needs a whole suspension. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to do that today, and we'll have to get a little bit of funds to do that. But for 20 miles right out of the gate, not too bad. And this thing is a kind of a looker, man. I'm really falling in love with this thing, even though I already love these things. But man, she just, something about her is right. So got her running better. She drove okay. She's a little bit chuggy. She probably needs a couple sensors or some stuff cleaned up. I did end up acquiring a whole interior, not a whole interior, I'm missing a couple plastic pieces, but I have a maroon seat. I really love the maroon interior. It's grown on me. Maybe it's me getting older. I really hated that when I was a kid, but now I just, for some reason, I love it. So I got a whole maroon dash, some trim pieces, door panels, seat. So that will maybe be on the next agenda, or get the suspension pieces. But this interior's got to be done because it's grody in here. So I got to get a carpet actually too. But man, 399,000 miles, y'all. Let's just remember that, okay? And I do want to LS swap this thing in the future, but this engine deserves to hit 400,000 miles. I mean, it's gotten this far. What's like, I think it's got 399,616 miles. I'll show you so you believe me. Can you see that? So I think this small block deserves to hit 400,000 miles. Will she make it there? We'll see. If you chug along, I think she will. But the bones of the truck is very good. So what a win here, man. I'm already loving this truck. Sucks because we're at the end of the year and stuff's changing as far as weather wise, and we're not gonna have too much more time until this girl's in the garage, because how clean she is, we can't do that to her in the salt and snow and stuff like that, which I don't like doing at any of my cars anyway. But a little bit of a win today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button for me, and hopefully we get some more content coming. At least on this thing, or maybe the other stuff we have. Maybe something new. We'll see. Let me know what you guys like about this thing, or what you'd like to see on the channel. But for now, take it easy. Well, y'all, a little clip here at the end. I was cleaning this thing out, getting the seat cover off because they had some seat cover that didn't even fit. Just cleaning some stuff up in here, and look what I found. This was tucked back in between the seat. Man. See if you can get a better angle of that. She was a looker. Look at the Monty tucked in the background. Dang. Somebody cared for her, that's for sure. Somebody liked this truck, which makes me feel good. A little bit of a story. I wish we knew the whole story. That's pretty cool. I love finding stuff like this. Don't worry, baby. We'll get you back right.